Installing. Please stand by.
But other than that, we have our legendary, famous, would I say colleague? I'm gonna call him my colleague, Mr. FiveAces. He has been playing as well, and he has been playing games against Mr. Nico and Mr. Blackened. So we are in for a treat. I guess we'll start from top to bottom, but this is going to be game number 1. So let's get the show on the road, boys, and enjoy some good quality RAGL RA.
Initialized.
Alright. We're playing on, I think this is Winding Woods. Yes. Winding Woods. Mr. FiveAces, legendary caster. I'm not trying to take his place, but I'm trying to cover as many matches as I can in his absence while he's so busy. He's been casting so many games for a lot of years. I did some digging into his YouTube channel, and wow, he's been there for a long time, so I admire this man a lot. But he's been absent now. In the meantime, he's expecting a second child, and he's been very busy with his first child. So that's why he has been a little bit absent in casting and playing this game. That's where I stepped in, just to give him a helping hand. And his opponent is none other than Mr. Blackened. Has been around as well for quite some time. I have been informed that he started out around the same time as Mr. Orb did. And just like Orb, he has been a teacher in the academy for quite some time and has been participating in lots of RAGL seasons as well. So these are both veterans and have been around the community for quite some time. So this should be a good old classic match. We have FiveAces actually going for a rack skip in this game. It's not that bad of a choice. Let's see if Blackened will find out pretty soon. I don't think he's going to be punished for it. It is a very large map, so it is perfectly doable, and there is only 2 oils, so you're not giving up that big of an advantage. And it seems he's going for 2 rangers. Our good friend Mr. Blackened went for a War Factory first build as well. Go for a light tank option. FiveAces is actually building more light vehicles. He can definitely afford it, as long as he's not planning to invest in Iraqs for the time being. Alright, I think the double ranger has been spotted by Blackened's light tank. See what FiveAces is going to do. It's going to probably check every oil, but I don't think he's going to find an engineer anytime soon. I think it's just filling in Blackened space for now. Hey sexy, hey boy, how you doing, man? Good to see you, Premier Romanov. How's it going? Alright, triple ref for FiveAces. It took him a while to go for a Rex actually. When I usually go for a Rex skip, I tend to make a Rex after the second ref actually. Because at that point you're pretty much on 4 harvesters. But I think he wanted to keep up the production of his War Factory in order to do so, because he has 2 rangers and 2 light tanks. Oh. Well, he checked that out a couple of minutes ago. This is very unfortunate, but also a little bit on the bright side of working out for FiveAces, but got a pillbox ready for Blackened, so FiveAces is not going to be able to do much, but should be able to keep most of the map control for now. And he will have a decent timing, I would say. Just a little bit behind a double ref build. And I would say Blackened is a little bit on the late side. Even considering the fact he's going for a medium tank first. Lost his light tank. We have 4 rangers for the FiveAces right now. That's going to be tough as we're going to see medium tanks in play right now. So I'm a little curious what this next step is going to be. Don't think the infantry is going to be that much of a problem for the rangers to handle. Obviously it's going to be a lot harder to protect these rangers. Dying as much as it is for protecting infantry. Now FiveAces is just interested in taking that. Good. Valuable minerals, apparently. Right, there's the base push, which is actually a pretty good position to cut Blackened off from expanding more southwards. And is he going to use the light tanks for crushing? He's not moving that much right now. Don't think he's intending to do so. Oh, the MCV barely makes it out. Blackened is in no position to chase that. Alright. Here he is. FiveAces is looking strong though. Pretty good lead. Those rangers and light tanks could be really good. Taking out like rocket soldiers or sending the light tanks in to go for crushes. Feels like he's still making light tanks. There's the expansion from... Oh, Blackened went for an extra MCV in this game. I suppose it is quite hard to build here for both players actually. So I kind of get why he would want an MCV in his main base. Wow, that's a lot of tanks. FiveAces should be in a good position to keep this safe. He's going for an extra war factory, so he's going to rely a lot on vehicles here, because he's only on 2 Raxes. He still has a 6k lead. Then again, one bad engagement top of 3 pillboxes could bring that back to an equal game pretty fast. Even though if Blackened sniffed out this infantry without the support of tanks, it would also be pretty devastating for FiveAces here.
Gentlemen, this is about combat.
Expansion from Blackened, taking more of the east side. Oh, there's FiveAces once again sending in a valuable unit without that much of protection actually. And is he going to lose the MCV? He might. Going to need to send his vehicles up there for support. Like the MCV is going to get away. Blackened is going to send over one tank, maybe? Yo, Dark Academic, thanks for the resub, man. Wow, 3 months in a row. Glad to have you back, buddy. Much appreciated, bro. Is he going to lose the MCV? There's the protection. I don't think Blackened is going to be able to handle. No. No, that's still so many medium tanks. Okay, well that army is done. Second war factory for Blackened as well. And he's going to pull everything back here. Oh! Okay, we have radar dome tech for FiveAces. Where? And going to use that artillery right now. Oh! Interesting ref placement, but I guess he just had it queued up. He's like, nah, fuck it, why not? I'll just do it. Man. Blackened is going to retreat to his other expansion right now. I think he wants that MCV, but he's not going to get it. FiveAces moved as well, and now Blackened is going in on the left side again to clean up those artillery. I think it was a good move from him to move his army out at that point. He couldn't do much to engage into artillery right there. Alright, FiveAces has a huge infantry block. Thanks for out of position, bud. Quantity over quality right there. There's more artillery support. And that's going to be tough for Blackened to defend over here. I like the small flank from FiveAces, completely dodging these 4 pillboxes here. And pretty much provoking Blackened to go on the offense. FiveAces is still going for it. Getting more harvester, he keeps pushing, but it has to stop sometime though. There's still more pillboxes lined up. He cleans up the ref, and that should be the end of it for now. Meanwhile, we have FiveAces going for another attack on the left side with only medium tanks, so pillboxes are pretty useless here. There's the Blackhawks cleaning up the rocket soldiers, nicely done. Now pretty much only the medium tanks are a threat here. And there's not enough of them for Blackened. Yeah, he lost a lot of harvesters. But pretty much FiveAces has been in the lead most of the game. It was looking a little good. And there's the GG in a way. Alright, so first game goes to FiveAces. Was looking pretty strong actually. Jump.
Battle control terminated.
And it is so cold in my room, I can't afford to not wear this beanie. This weather has been insane. Currently it's -8 outside. RIP. I came to the conclusion that my house is terribly isolated. So, RIP me. Anyways, game number 2.
Battle control initialized.
Random refs are FiveAces trademark? That makes sense. I think Morkel does that as well. Like just use the MCV to pop down refs everywhere. As long as you can keep the pressure onto your opponent, should be fine. If not, it could end horrible because most of them didn't even have a pillbox or a rack, so it's hard to defend without an MCV. Anyways, we are playing on Devil's Marsh right now. And we have both players going for Germany. I think the last game was the same, except FiveAces was, I think, England. But he's going for a standard double red build, it seems, and I think that's a good idea on this map. We have 4 oils, so it's definitely worth to get out that early aggression and boost a little bit of your eco. Alright, we have 15 rifles going up against 15 and a medic. 16 now, but it's 2 medics. Blackened is going for that extra investment early on, which actually doesn't hurt because you know you're going to get the small income of the 2 oils. Well, 2 oils in theory. Could be 1 if it's going bad. Could be at least 3 if it's going good. Regardless, you can always invest that little bit extra. But then, if you do that, I would advise to take the fight anyways. Taking the fights with 2 medics is, in the early game, is actually really good. I like the small cheeky scout setup from Blackened here. FiveAces sees through that. Okay, we have Ranger once again for FiveAces, and we have Light Tank for Blackened. Again, I think these medics are going to cause a problem right now. It's also really bad fighting in this middle. More for the Ranger, I feel, because the Ranger loses a lot of its speed and has a hard time getting away from the Light Tank. Okay, well, we're just going to trade oils. Seems like Blackened has watched my... No, he hasn't watched my YouTube sketch. Oh, he has. Keeps the medic safe, and the Ranger almost died there. Got sniffed out by Blackened there. That is going to leave his infantry a little bit vulnerable here, but the Light Tank from Blackened isn't supported by his infantry and actually loses the Light Tank. Clicked away too fast. But he keeps the Ranger safe for now. Right. Small look here, obviously that will put FiveAces a little bit in the lead. Not too much. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, Blackened now going for a Ranger. I don't disagree with that. We'll delay your MCV just a little bit. Oh, that's... also pretty greedy, I would say, but seems he's going to get away with it. Interesting. Alright, so Blackened is going to escort his MCV. Natural expansion. FiveAces is going to do the same, but he's keeping more of the middle in check. So we might see a main MCV push, or we might see the second MCV just pop down a ref and then move to the middle. Or move over here even, who knows. Going for... Wow, interesting. Alright, FiveAces once again is going for a second war factory. Yet again he's on 2 Rexes and a lot of refs, just like chat was telling us as well. But that is pretty interesting. Meanwhile, Blackened has 4 Rexes and 2 war factories. And I think he should probably be in a good spot as well. There's the flank. Looks like they're both going to go for a flank, so it's going to come down to who is going to do the scouting first, and it seems like FiveAces might be able to scout it. Oh. Yep. Yep. Yes, he heard it. And now that means he's going in for a flank as well. Blackened has seen that also. It's going to come down to who's going to be able to hold. And to be fair, I think FiveAces is in a better spot to be able to hold because he sniffed out the flank a lot sooner. Lots of team boxes lined up. That's not gonna matter that much unless all the tanks die. And FiveAces is just sniping down the eco, taking what he can, and he's now trying to get out. And Blackened is going on to chase to get as much kills as he can. Or not. Well, there's Blackened going for the attack as well, and he just immediately went for what seems to be the war factory. Medium tanks doing a lot of crushes here. There's not that many rocket soldiers in this block from Blackened actually. It's a lot of medics and riflemen. But that seems to be the same case for FiveAces here. There's a turret coming down. And there's Blackened as well, going from the main straight to the expansion of FiveAces, which is completely undefended. But that's because his main army never left. So let's see if Blackened knows. Meanwhile, it's taking down more power soon, but it seems that's going to be taken care of for now without any big damage. So here goes FiveAces again onto the main. Still well defended. There's 2 pillboxes as well. And the tank goes down. So now infantry are going to just go down like flies. Meanwhile, this has been completely destroyed, and so has this expansion as well. Was able to keep the MCV safe. Meanwhile, this army is still alive. And this is not looking good for FiveAces this time. There's radar zone tech, but I don't think that's going to help. Does he even have a war factory? Still does, but I don't think he's going to be able to use the radar zone here. Well, so it's ended up being 1-1. Nicely done from Blackened here, and I think in this map it did matter the amount of Rexes that Blackened had early on. Yeah, losing that much combined with this almost made it impossible for FiveAces to keep up. That's what did it. Pretty good game, not gonna lie, considering the fact how little FiveAces plays, and Blackened has been active for quite some time now.
Battle control terminated.